Good morning, Mushmouth. Huh. Derek Anderson, are you noticing on your end that there's margins on the picture today? Derek, do you notice that? Good morning, Billy. Are you noticing that there's margins to the picture? Or is that just my side? Do you know what I mean? It's like framed in on the left side and the right side where it normally isn't. Derek, can you hear me? Derek, can you hear me? Okay, yes, you can hear me, you guys? Okay. And, okay, thank you, Exception. And, are there margins on yours? On your picture? On your. I have margins on mine. It's weird. But I'm also. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Same old. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, it's weird. I have margins on mine today, but that's not the end of the world. No big deal. Okay. I also feel like it could be I'm charging my device as I'm speaking on it, which is very rare. I usually have it fully charged, but for some reason I forgot to charge it last night. I woke up this morning, I'm going, I have to charge my device, and it's still charging as we speak, I believe, I hope. Wait a minute. Is it or isn't it charging? Oh. Well, we'll know if it runs out of juice. Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure it out as we go along. Just like we always do here. You very, very flexible here. And that's one of the coolest things, is how flexible we can be. Let's get some background music going. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Sammy P. I woke up, I had about 13%. So I started charging it this morning. It's still not fully charged, so I'm charging as we go. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to Mark and Aaron and Cleany and Paige and Mushy and Sparky and Anthony Hunt. Nerds, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, Marmars, good morning, Exception. Good morning, Mr. Phillips. Sam, Captain Obvious, good morning. Good morning, Kim. Sammy P, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Wizzy the Wazzy Wazerton. Always loving to see my whiz. Good morning, you guys. Okay. I think I'm going to just go ahead and turn this baby around right now. It's weird. I have margins on usually my thing is completely filled with my head and my picture and the map and stuff, and today I have margins on my tablet. Who knows? Who knows what that's all about? I think there's always margins on the TV. I've always experienced margins on the TV, but not on my tablet or my phone. But that's okay. Like, I gotta take my focus off of it. It's just so different for me this morning. Good morning, everybody. And it is. It's a beautiful morning here in Michigan. A little cold, but we've had a pretty hot time there going. Actually, this summer wasn't as hot as I remember last summer being. Captain Obvious, I sure would like to. Good morning, Hagee. Captain and Notorious. Captain, I sure would like a bite of your omelets. I bet you cook a great omelet. I bet you cook a really good omelet. Wow, New Hampshire had snow last week, Mush? What? That's an awfully early. Bubblegum. National Boston Cream Pie Day. National Boston Cream Pie. There's a day for everything, isn't there? One of these days there should be a Pop Shrooms Day. No, or a Tea Crew Day. That'd be fun. A Tea Crew Day. Good morning. We're going to get started quick today while people join. Okay? 34 people here, 19 likes. You think Pop Shrooms Day is in January? I think it's January 24th. Good call. Good call, Captain. I like my birthday, but lately I've been turning, my last 3 or 4 birthdays, I've turned them into birth weeks. Right, Exception? I've turned I have birth weeks now. Mr. Marmar's January 9th. I have a lot of family members that were born in January. I guess that meant moms and dads were having fun. Okay, Clean Girl, I'm turning it down. Thank you. I think it was pretty loud. I think I gotta get a trim this weekend. I'm like looking a little Santa Claus now that I can see it with margins. We're gonna do a couple of rando hackos this morning. I have some fun rando hackos. But after that, I'm gonna give you guys a choice today. Do you want to explore a little more about neuroplasticity today? You don't have to answer right now, but I'm gonna ask this question again in about 20 minutes. And we're going to discuss, Burl Ives, thanks. Super attractive guy, wasn't he? Okay, Burl Ives. He was Santa for a minute there. You don't have to say you're sorry, Nerdy. Hey, we're going to either discuss neuroplasticity and 7 ways that we can increase our neuroplasticity that have nothing to do with using psychedelics. Or we can discuss disappointments and expectations. So you guys are going to decide which one you want. All right? You guys be thinking about that in the back of your mind. Let's discuss neuroplasticity and 7 ways to increase it. Or we can discuss disappointments and expectations, which is right in line with the 3rd agreement, don't make assumptions. Okay? Let's do a couple of, before we even get started with any of that, give me 1 second. Thank you. I want to give away a D-Box this morning. I want to give away a D-Box. You guys remember what a D-Box is? The D-Box is a package of THC-A, is it? It's a package of that really good smokable stuff that we received from Derek Anderson to give away. Right? It's the Derek box. And it's you don't have to donate though. This one's for free. And I'll also include an 1/8 of supplementary supplemental supplements. Okay? Lobster butter THCA and a package and an 1/8 of supplementary supplements in one box. So, give me a number between 1 and 50. Go. What number is in the chute? Give me a number between 1 and 50. Go. You can put up to 3 on your line at one time. Yes, Justin, I've been randomly putting them in packages that I've sent out. So the answer is yes. Vegas, you just won. Vegas, the number was 12. I see another 12 right behind yours, but Vegas, you just won. Okay, the answer was 12. The answer was 12. So Vegas just won. Vegas, you know you have to send me your address. I know I have it, but I always get mixed up on your address because I had an old one, I have a new one, and my neuroplasticity doesn't always remember which one's the correct one. Okay? You know what? Let me do one more. Let's do another one. Give me another number between 1 and 50. I'm going to give another box away. Okay. I'm going to give another box away that's going to have a lobster butter THCA and an 1/8 of supplementary supplements. Go. What number is in the chute as we speak? It's laying in there. It's just waiting to be claimed. What's the number? I'm looking at all the numbers on my screen. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, I have not seen it. Where is it? We haven't done giveaways in a little bit because I didn't want it to be all gimmicky giveaway days. But today I said, you know what? It's time to give a couple giveaways. Boop. I still haven't seen the number. Remember that my screen comes in at different lag speeds than your guys sometimes. So let's just be cognizant of that. What's the number? Okay, I haven't seen it yet on my screen. Good morning, DigiGang. Now remember, you need to be in the United States and you need to be over 18 for me to send you the package. Paranoid Goats just won. Paranoid Goats, 32. 32. And it was a 32, Paranoid. It's this one, the second number in there. It's a 32. Okay? Paranoid Goats. And please don't tell me no, because I rarely send you things anymore. And I want you to win something. You're a good pal of mine. You're a good pal of all of ours. So Paranoid, Goaty Goatster. So Paranoid, please send me your address today, and I'm going to put this package together for you. Okay? Sounds perfect to me. Paranoid Goats and Vaggie are going to be getting packages from us. Okay? Happy vibes. If you said it, I didn't see it. And again, remember that those screens come in at a different time. So the first 32 I saw came from Paranoid Goats. Okay? Let me see, who is Happy Vibes? Happy Vibes, do you have a different name that you've gone by here before? Or are you new? Talk to me, Happy Vibes. Do you use a different name here? Because I don't recognize the name. But that means you're new. Okay? Happy Vibes, are you over 18 and living in the United States? Are you over 18 and living in the United States? Yes, yes. Then happy vibes. I'm going to send you a package too. Okay, let's just make it happen that way. Happy vibes. You guys send happy vibes some donuts, and I'm going to go ahead and send him a package. Okay? So happy vibes. Look at Derek Anderson right there. He's one of our moderators, and he's giving you the Gmail address to send your address to. It's all lowercase, all one word, no spaces. The Detroit Mush Lab at gmail.com. And you'll be getting a package of lobster butter THCA, and a package of supplementary supplements, Penis Envy, 1/8 of an ounce. Okay? So that'll be the 3 boxes for today. Thank you guys for playing. I love playing games with my friends. Okay. And make sure you send me your addresses today, you guys. Okay, I need to get those so I don't get mixed up, etc., etc. But I'll expect 3 addresses in my email sometime today. And the packages will go out today if you get it to me before the mailman comes. And if I get the address after, it'll go out tomorrow. Okay? 4-Leaf, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Let's do some rando factos. No, rando hackos. Okay? Let's do some rando hackos. You know, that's the way it works, Mr. Phillips. But there's a certain kismet in our universe, in our T crew, that a lot of new people win right away. And we hope that shows them how much we like them, and that we practice generosity and kindness. That is when new people, and then you've heard some people testify, they go, yeah, that's one of the first things that happened. Pop sent me my first one, and I've been watching T ever since. So we're not trying to bribe people, but we're trying to drive them to a channel that we think is good for the soul. Okay? We do entertainment here, we do learning here, and we do encouraging here. Right? The best way to clean a microwave. Thank you, Mr. Marmars. The best way to clean a microwave, put a cup of hot water and vinegar inside, turn it on for 3 to 5 minutes, and everything will wipe clean with ease. It's funny, I had chili yesterday. Funny that I see this one this morning, and I heated my chili up for too long. And the chili started splattering a little bit. And I was like, oh, darn it, I better clean this up while it's still wet-ish. So I cleaned my microwave yesterday, wiped it all down because I had splattered it with overheated chili yesterday. And here I find out if I just let it dry, and then I put in a cup of hot water and vinegar and turn it on for 3 to 5 minutes, it would wipe clean with ease. Happy vibes, you did the same thing yesterday. Well, here you are. So that was my chili mishap. Use a blow dryer. Excuse me. Use a blow dryer to instantly defog any mirror. Use a blow dryer to instantly defog any mirror. I think I've seen a girlfriend or two do that. Okay? Get a small pan and fill it with water. Add some vanilla extract and cinnamon and put it on the stove. Your house will smell like a delicious A delicious bakery in no time. I love the smell of a delicious bakery. I think I'm going to do that. I like that idea. It's all, you give your house the smell of a delicious bakery. When washing windows, squeegee vertically on the inside and outside horizontally. That way you will know which side the streaks are on. Good one. I wonder if the window cleaning companies do that. I wonder if they already know. Pops, you need a trim. Jeez. Oh man. Burl Ives all the way. How about this one? This one's kind of freaking me out. This one's freaky. Are you out of toilet cleanser? Tidy bowl? Don't worry about it. This is going to freak you out. Use lemon-flavored Kool-Aid mix. The citric acid helps remove stains, and the lemon flavor leaves your bathroom smelling great. Just sprinkle in a pack, swirl it around with the toilet brush, and let it sit for a couple hours. Why is it freaking me out? Because I feel like if I drink lemon Kool-Aid, then I'm a toilet bowl. I don't want to be a toilet bowl. I don't want to be. Okay? Don't taste afterwards. Okay? No, you don't drink what's left. Then the dog gets some lemon punch. That's creepy. Okay? Oh, man. Is that true? Hawaiian punch is listed as a corrosive? It must have citric acid in it, too. Okay? Eggs! Eggs! I just went to the bathroom and now I'm dying for a lemonade. You're so... Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh. Spiders. 28. I'm craving lemonade for some reason. Hanks, I think you're supposed to have the lemonade before you go to the bathroom. Okay? And then don't flush for a while. Vig, I remember that too. Hawaiian punch came in a bottle. I think you can still get it. I think you can still get it as a fruit drink. Spiders hate peppermint oil. Put some in a squirt bottle with water. Spray your garage and door frames, and the spiders run. That's a good one. I have a spider that has been haunting my mailbox. Haunting it. 2 or 3 times a week I go out there and I wipe down the spider web that he or she has created right around my mailbox. I'm like, would you please leave? How often do I have to get rid of your web? So now, I think I got to peppermint oil his ass. I think I got to. How about, are you sick of having a box of, okay, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, if I could only send you to HR. Okay. Dryer sheet in the mailbox is supposed to keep bugs away. That's interesting. Sick of having a box of tangled cords? Use old toilet paper rolls to organize them. You take your toilet paper roll, you put your cords in it, and you label the toilet paper roll. Man, I'm going to do this. I do have the box. I've got the tangled cord box. I'm going to do this hack. I'm going to have to wait for a while because I'm going to have to save up some toilet paper rolls. But that's a pretty good one. right? Maybe I'll use a paper towel roll and cut it in half, and then I'll have two. That's a pretty good idea. And then it tells you right on it, oh, that's my flashlight charger, that's my MP3 player, that's my telephone cord. I like that one. Okay. Are you out of dryer sheets? You've run out of dryer sheets? Don't worry about it. Throw in 2 tinfoil balls for static-free clothes every time. Roll up a couple of balls of tinfoil and plop them in there. I wonder if they're reusable if you do that. I only use my dryer sheets once. I wonder if the tinfoil balls are reusable. What do you think about that? Put a bar of unopened soap in your clothing drawer. It'll make them smell extra fresh. Right, Kim? Tinfoil is really good. I like that idea. Unopened. I want my clothes to smell like Irish Spring. I still use Irish Spring, you guys. I remember when Irish Spring first came out, I'm like, this is manly. I'm smelling Irish. Every time I go to get soap, I'm like, where's the Irish Spring? Dove is pretty good too. I don't mind Dove. Dove's a little milky, a little lotiony. Okay? Give me 5 people that are enjoying today's hacks so far. Irish Spring. I'm all about Irish Spring. Give me 5 people that think so far Rando Hackos have been fun. Okay? Justin's a Dove dude. Okay? MVP uses Irish Spring. I think more men gravitate towards Irish Spring. But I think it's a good idea to Rando Hacko. How about this one? When putting together building it yourself furniture, use an ice cube tray or a muffin tin to separate all the screws and nails and fasteners. This will make it easy for access during the build. Love it! I just pour them all in, open them all up, pour them in a pile, and I gotta separate, and this is which size, and this is okay, and this, put it in A, and then you put this one in B. You just, boom, put them into your muffin tray tin. I don't think an ice cream cube tray would work well, because the spaces are too small. But I think I like that idea. Okay? Use empty weed containers. We need our muffins. All right. You know what I did yesterday? I made my first homemade orange Julius. I had been craving orange Julius. I think I talked to you guys a couple weeks ago, and then we decided Dairy Queen has orange Julius. By the way, Kim, you said that Dairy Queen has tacos. I craved a taco the minute you said that. So I ran that afternoon. I'm going to Dairy Queen. Not only did they not have tacos, they didn't have orange Julius. I was like, wah, wah, wah. So I looked up the recipe for it. Sarah Bear, you're very close. Actually, that would work, what Sarah Bear is saying. The recipe was 1 cup of milk, a half a cup of orange juice concentrate, a teaspoon of vanilla flavor, a cup of ice, and what was the other one? 3 tablespoons of sugar. And then mix it up. Delicious! It brought me back to my childhood. I'm sitting there in my living room watching TV, drinking an orange Julius, living the life. Can't catch a fly? Having a hard time catching a fly? Don't worry about it. Spray it with Windex. This will immobilize it and make it easy for a kill. Never done that one before. Chase the thing around with your Windex spray. Aaron, Orange Julius was the way to fly. Yesterday I'm sitting there drinking an Orange Julius going, this might be better than the last one I had 800 years ago. No, I didn't read what's going on with you. Let me back up. Oh yes, I was reading that on your the IG chat where you're mentioning the storm that's coming in and how your older pup, your older dog is, the whole thing. So we're definitely paying attention there. I think that storm is building offshore and it's just not moving in. Okay. Anthony, try the Orange Julius. I loved it. And I have all the ingredients right here in the house. In a rush to dry your clothes, throw a dry bath towel into the dryer along with your wet clothes. They'll dry much faster. Wow. Wow. I mean, that kind of makes sense because I'm sure the dry towel is grabbing some of the moisture from the wet clothes, but that's an energy saving trick too, right? Because mine is gas. So yeah. Waz, you're right. Any concentrated juice, you could have a pineapple Julius if you want. Pineapple Julius. Just use a frozen concentrate. Oh, look at this one. You guys ready for this one? Okay, you ready for this one? Take a picture of your refrigerator and your pantry on your phone before you go shopping. You'll never forget anything at the store again. That's a good one. Right? You guys, Orange Julius, I gotta tell you, sat there in complete luxury, drinking my own homemade Orange Julius, using the same blender that I grind up my shrooms with. And I even got to thinking, I cleaned out the blender before I did the Orange Julius, but I gave myself a very serious, I had to think about it for about 5 seconds. Do I clean the dust out and then have a slightly microdose Orange Julius? I could have done that. I was very close, Julius Tech. I was very close to leaving, and then I was like, I want to taste the orig first. I want to taste an OG Orange Julius. But I might not clean my blender next time. That's a rando hacko right there. You want an Orange Julius Tech? Oh. Keep a laundry basket in the back of your car to carry lots of groceries in easily. Fill up the old laundry basket and bring it on in. That's a good one. How about this one? You don't have a sprinkler? Just poke some holes in a 2-liter soda bottle and attach it to the end of a hose. Oh, interesting. Am I right? Happy Vibes, I just got your email. Thank you. The best way to fold a t-shirt. I had a girlfriend in the past who was a freakadeek about folding clothes. A freak. Every single piece of clothing, she's like had an obsessive compulsive disorder about folding clothes. And so she ended up having folding boards. You guys ever seen those? I had never seen them before or since. Okay? She had certain boards for different objects that she was going to fold. But if you don't have one, the best way to fold a t-shirt, fold the bottom fourth of your shirt up. Place the left side of the shirt towards the center, folding at the shoulder, and do the same with the right side. This is too complicated. Fold the right sleeve in towards the center so that the left side is folded neatly. Fold the bottom half of the shirt up and flip the entire shirt over so that the folds are hidden. You're going to have to go back and replay this to figure that recipe out. Okay, Justin, I'm not going to demonstrate. That was too complicated. It's so complicated, they give you a diagram of it. Okay? My ex-girlfriend would have loved this, loved it. Okay? Actually, Derek, I'm with you. I have started hanging my t-shirts. That's it. They come out of the dryer, they're nice and warm. Put it on a hanger. So I have a pretty organized closet. I'm a little half OCD about my closet. Like all of the shirts, all of the pants, all of the t-shirts, they're all in their own groups inside. And then when I take something out and I have an empty hanger, it goes all the way over to the end of the closet rod. So at one end of my closet rod has all of my empty hangers that I'll bring next to the dryer that I'll use when it's time to hang them up again. So I'm with you on that one. I've been maybe a few years now hanging my t-shirts. Okay. Put a magnet at the bottom of your hammer so you can stick nails to it. This is a great trick for when you have to climb a ladder to hammer something or you're in an awkward space. You know, I just use nail bags. I just put on the nail bags. Guys, psst, let me tell you something. I have found out over the years. Tool belts are an aphrodisiac. Ask the girls. He wears a tool belt. That was like, what do they call it? Foreplay. For Miss Rose, actually. She sees me wearing a tool belt and I'm going to do some handy dandy. She's like, Mike, I'm telling you right now, it works every time. Get a tool belt. Go parading around with your tool belt for a few minutes and, hey, baby. It works. No, don't show the butt crack, though. Keep the butt crack hidden. Girls, am I right? Am I right? Yeah, no crack. Girls, am I right? Or am I just making this up? Because I've had a few experiences where the old tool belt came in awfully handy. No Spanish fly. Okay, crack is whack. Bunny says yes. Okay, Bunny, thank you. What do the other girls say? Captain's down with it too. Captains, we need a man who can fix anything. Tool belt. I'm telling you right now. Okay, plumbers don't wear tool belts. They just do the crack and they never get attacked. Okay. Kimberly, is that a hammer in your pocket? What are you, Jesus Christ now? Stop it. Oh, man. You got a hammer hanging down on your one side, and you got, is that two hammers? Oh, man. My tool belt has two hammers. Oh, gosh, darn it. Pops, you're getting out of control this morning. Okay. All right, we're done with Rando Hackos for today. We'll do some more tomorrow. We'll hit the Rando Hackos tomorrow. Now that Kimberly has me flustered. Okay. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about next? I've got two subjects. 7 ways to increase your neuroplasticity, or how to handle disappointment and expectations. Right, Dando? So much for the family show. What do you guys want to discuss this morning? 7 ways. We're all wanting brain talk this morning. Okay, let's go brainies. Okay, you guys don't want to talk about being disappointed. I don't blame you. Okay. Here we go. Give me a second to pull up this. I read the whole article last night, and I was like, we got to talk about this with the kids. Okay. This is a wellness article. 7 strategies for increasing your neuroplasticity. You have the power to change your brain. This guide will help you get going. About a decade ago, neuroscientists at the University of College London published some fascinating research on the brain size and structure of London taxi drivers. I've heard this before. In short, the cabbies' brains were plumper than those of their peers, in particular in the hippocampus region, which is closely associated with memory. Over years of traversing the capital's inner maze of 25,000 streets, these drivers seemed to literally develop more gray matter. Their neural networks had become as complex as the city they were navigating. As one Boston University neurobiologist commented on the analysis, this shows you can produce profound changes in the brain with training. Practice. That's a big deal. What is neuroplasticity? This is one of the most illustrative examples we've got of neuroplasticity, or the ability for the brain to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Why would we want this sort of restructuring to begin with? Well, an ever rewiring brain is also a more resilient or youthful one. As we know, we talk about it all the time with psychedelics doing this rewiring and neuroplasticity. And for me, I've been using microdose for 3, 4, or 5 years now. Amazing difference. But this is ways to do it without psychedelics. The more you seek out neuroplasticity, the likelier you are to remember things, to learn new skills, adapt to environments, and protect yourself from cognitive decline, which scares the heck out of me. Consider neuroplasticity is a critical part of the rehabilitation process for stroke victims. Patients perform tests and tasks from speech therapy to simple cooking that are intended to help them redevelop their cognitive functioning. It's a tough road, but progress is possible. You don't need to be a neuroscientist or to have suffered a stroke, God forbid, to apply these tenets to your own life. While prioritizing neuroplasticity will likely reduce your risk of senescence in the long run, it's also just a prescription for better moment-to-moment living. Any thoughtful attempt to increase your neuroplasticity is also going to increase your sense of wonder and accomplishment as a happy byproduct. In other words, the more you try to change your mind, the easier it gets. Sounds like practice. Start with these 7 key steps. Number 1, seek new pursuits. There's a great joke in Barbie. You know, I've never seen the Barbie movie. Should I see Barbie, you guys? I've never seen the Barbie movie. I'm like, yeah, chick flick. But there's a lot of references in our culture about, I think it might have been a pretty good movie. There's a great joke in Barbie where America Ferrara's character and her daughter are heading to the mythical Barbie land with Margot Robbie. For a quick second, the daughter asks, "But what about Dad?" There's a cutaway to him on the couch at home playing Duolingo. He fist pumps after acing an audio recording. The dork will be just fine. Leave him alone. He's growing his neuroplasticity. Language learning apps and music lessons, pottery classes, and the like are often associated with midlife crisis, and we play them for laughs. But whether they're cool or not, they're damn effective. Musicians, I didn't know this, but it so makes sense. Musicians are among the most neuroplastic people on the planet. As the Brain Injury Alliance of Arizona explains, playing an instrument requires the coordinated effort of many different areas of the brain, thereby strengthening various neural connections. This results in increased signal efficiency. If you think about it, this tracks with how non-musician and monolingual people perceive the prospect of picking up an instrument or language deep in their life. Either seems all but impossible. But what if you actually went for it? You would see a massive uptick in focus and memory. You'd adapt and you'd learn. I have had a hankering, I did in my 50s, to pick up an instrument and learn it. And now instead I'm working on languages. I'm studying the Spanish language. Isn't that interesting? In seeking out new pursuits, you can think long term. It even says right here, learn Spanish. Or every day, solve a puzzle over breakfast. You can also think physically. Fix your golf swing. Build a table, etc. The important thing is that you're constantly challenging your brain. It will reward you in kind. Secondly, try travel far and wide. One of our favorite pop psychology self-help concepts is the idea of memory dividends. They're the re-experiencing of a standout experience. The idea that making an extra effort now will guarantee that you can cherish a certain memory for all time. This could be a special dinner, a concert, a trip to Tokyo, or a spontaneous walk with your kid. Anything. But these extra effort memories don't just generate fuzzy feelings down the line. They take you out of your comfort zone in the here and now, forcing you to attempt something beyond the tried and true. And this is really good for your brain. Let's say you take a 2-mile digestive walk every day after lunch. Always the same loop. You're doing great. Wait, we should all be taking constitutionals. But what if you walked in the complete opposite direction tomorrow? Where would it take you? What would you see? Would you be late for your 2 o'clock appointment? Maybe. But force-feeding yourself new sights, smells, and navigational patterns will strengthen the brain. I'm going to admit something. I pretty much drive the same way every day to my destinations. If I'm going to take Ruffy for a walk, I pretty much take him the same way around the block. I need to start going the other way once in a while. And you do see it different. You see a different, or walk on the other side of the street. These are basic, these are small things, but our brain registers them. International travel, as you can imagine, is an absolute Thanksgiving feast for neuroplasticity. Even a crowded line at an airport, however much you give to snap your fingers and get the heck out of here, is something good for your brain. I think museums. Traveling to museums. Take a trip to a museum once a month. You're seeing so much new stuff. You're reading the little card next to the display, and you're putting powerful new information into your brain. What do you think about that? Here's a big one. And I think some of us fall easily into this pattern based off just our personality. Don't sequester yourself. A recent study published in JAMA Network Open highlighted the perils of living alone with cognitive decline. There's a corollary between living alone in your older years especially, and cognitive decline. Okay? This includes 25% of Americans with dementia. 25% of Americans with dementia live alone. This cohort is more likely to engage in unsafe driving, forget doctor's appointments, and mix up medications. It's scary stuff, and it's made worse by the country's rising rate of kinless seniors, older people who have no partners, children, or siblings to speak of. Man, it's making me rethink my, for 2 to 3 years there, I was going to the seniors folks home and visiting older people that were lonely. And now I'm doing the community garden. But those people are kinless. Poor people. Kinless, that's kinless seniors. These trends highlight the importance of maintaining social interactions and living in and around enriching environments. Both encourage neuroplasticity, while eschewing them can exponentialize cognitive decline. How can you tell if you're too sequestered? Don't sweat the city versus country argument. Think about whether you can claim, this is interesting. Now listen. Think about whether you can claim a third place outside of the home. Your home is your first place. And your work. If you're still working, that's your second place. Is there a third place where you can go to exchange ideas, hear stories, and meet new people? Is there anywhere where you can rely on to be a regular? This could be a cafe, or a gym, or a bar, or tea. I think tea would fit into this category. Or fishing with the guys every Saturday. Or the community garden. Do you have a third place that you can go to and interact with other people? Take note that in pursuing neuroplasticity, you're not necessarily showing up to brand new settings every single day. You're putting your brain in situations where new things can happen. So I do have 3 places to go. I have more, because I have a couple of business situations that I go out and I visit my properties and do things. I have the grow house. I have this house. I have tea. I have my recent involvement at the garden. And I didn't even know it, but I'm kind of practicing this one. Don't sequester yourself, you guys. And it's so easy for us to do. It's really an easy place to fall into, and it's deadly for our brain. Okay? Listen to Pops on this one. Here's another really neat one. All right? Hang with young people. Hang out with kids. I see my sister getting to do this with her grandchildren. She sends me pictures a couple of times a month where she's taking her grandkids somewhere. They're going to go to an amusement park, or they're going to go, recently did a pumpkin ride. They are constantly taking their grandkids somewhere. Even if it's to your nieces and nephews' soccer game. I did that when I was on the West Coast because my brother had children, and almost every weekend I was at a soccer game. Just going to one of my nieces and nephews' soccer game caused me to be hanging out with young kids. An offbeat antidote for social isolation, hanging out with young kids, cross-generational relationships. Recent profiles by the New York Times and the Insider have documented some pretty impressive friendship gaps. Think up to 40 years of difference, in some cases between neighbors, colleagues, couples, you name it. That might sound crazy, but then so is the casual intensity with which we segregate into age groups. Even though interaction between people born at different times is positively linked with happiness and longevity. When different generations get together, good things happen. The older end of the friendship gets a burst of energy, as the younger gets a steady stream of guidance. And over time, as is common in friendships, these roles can take turns or reverses. This one harkens back to the language point from earlier. In some ways, different age groups speak different languages. They have different reference points, different slangs, different appreciations. Making the effort to understanding those words and values is a worthy challenge to the brain. Well, that's pretty fleeky. I was watching one of those. I told you guys a few weeks ago, I watched a portion of Love Island. It was creeping me out because of the way they were kissing everybody on the show. But I was also listening to their language. And the 20-somethings now, teenagers and 20-somethings, have a complete slang that I've never heard before. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, I by context, I think I can understand what they're saying. And I'm like, they're right. Different generations have different languages in terms of our slang. Right? It's pretty interesting. Challenge your opinions. It really is amazing to hear the languages of the youth. And I like it. Some of it's super creative. You're like, oh God, that's pretty good. That's good. I like that one. I'm too old to use it. No, I'm not. Okay? You get what I'm saying, Higgs? You hear it out there. Challenge your opinions. Let's take a moment here to acknowledge. Yeah, right? Shwing. Yeah, okay, that's right. Kim. Let's take a moment here to acknowledge none of this is supposed to be easy. The human response system is a booby-trap forest of cognitive biases. Our brain works overtime to convince us that we're right. Yeah, we used to call Foxy, we used to call a girl a fox. That's right, you can't do that. You don't do that now. Our human response system is a booby-trap forest of cognitive biases. Groovy, man. They don't say groovy now. You don't say I'm going to take her back to my pad. Okay? I used the other day, I said something about, hey, did you see that guy's crib? And I was talking to somebody my age. And he's going, crib? What do you mean crib? I was like, I thought I was being cool. I don't even think crib's in anymore. Okay? Our brains work overtime to convince us that we are right, that our opinions have more value because they're framed by our experiences. This natural disposition reaches a fever pitch online, where stubbornness and bussin', that's one, Aaron. I have been, Crib was like 85, I know, Clinty. I was hearing bussin' recently. I go, bussin's pretty good, I get it. Oh, gosh. You guys are all oldsters. Okay? We got to get a 20-year-old on here to start giving us his language, hers. Online, stubbornness and hot takes are rewarded with likes and follows. And people prefer to present themselves as confident and incontrovertible. Okay? But in the long run, our brains benefit best. Oh, I remember hearing what the Riz. Yeah, I'm like, what is Riz? I'm like, I like Riz. Pops has Riz. I was like, I think I got Riz. I think I'm Rizzy. In the long run, our brains benefit best from a healthy heat check. Consider the intellectual virtue of epistemic humility, which states one can never know something for sure. Knowledge is imperfect, it's temporary, and it's ever under review. At some point down the line, it might be challenged. This mental framework encourages flexibility, contrition, and open-mindedness, which puts you in the pole position for more neuroplastic future. There's nothing cognitively challenging about trotting out the same antidote for years on end, but conceding that that antidote might not tell the full story anymore, and listening to what others have to say on a topic, and bookmarking the whole discussion for later. That's powerful stuff. That's where brain change happens in the brain. You guys are all coming up with newbies that you know. I'm seeing that I'm starting, because I was recharging, I'm down to 10% charge. So I'm afraid I'm going to be losing you guys here shortly. I have 2 more ways to increase your neuroplasticity. I'll talk to you about those 2 more ways tomorrow. We've covered 5. We'll do a quick recap tomorrow. But give me 5 people that liked this subject. I like it. I'm hearing these things. It's reminding me of new practices that I can use and ways to grow my neuroplasticity. I like this. I don't want dementia, and we need to challenge ourselves to this kind of growth. Am I right? So I'll cover the other 2 tomorrow. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you here with my charging situation, because it just showed me I only have 5% left. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for now so I don't lose you in the middle of this. But yeah, bubblegum. It's a use it or lose it, and find new ways to use it, and find new things to use, right? It's one of the reasons I think it's a good idea to be like a big brother or a big sister, working with in the boys clubs and things like that. Get around youngsters. It reinvigorates us. We start hearing new languages and new opinions. And what is the world thinking out there today compared to what I was thinking back in the 70s? Okay, guys, I love you. I hope today was as fun for you as it was for me. We'll do some rando hackos tomorrow. We'll finish this subject tomorrow. And we'll give a couple more giveaways tomorrow. Okay? Pops, peace, 4 things. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally. Don't make assumptions or have expectations. And do your best. We'll do our best to grow our brains. Right? So, let me scroll you guys out of here. Billy D, we need a fast charge hack. I think I can find one. Hagee, love you, man. Kimberly, good show. Angel, and Cleany, and Mike Barabal, and Happy Vibes. Derek Anderson, and Nersy Ners, and Mush Love. Sparky, angels don't fall. I'm sorry to hear that. Oreo, you and I are feeling the same way. Bubblegum, and Jesus Christ in Australia. Happy Vibes, and Cleany, And Anthony Hunt, thank you, my good man. Billy D and Trenty the Trenty Trenterson. Angels and Jesus Christ and Billy D and Kim Kim and Herbs and Angels and Derek Anderson and Bill and Angel Agape to you, Oriole, Roddy the Roddy Rodmonton, Nersey, Happy Vibes, Mr. Marmars, Sarah Bear with the big hug. Jesus Christ, don't be hanging around those parks alone. Don Fike, Mike Baraball, Viva Vibes, that's Pidgey Page, Herbs, and Angels and Mush. Good job, Mussy. No, Sparky. Mr. Marmar, Sammy P, Joe T's, Jesus Christ, Sarah Bear. Hey, snapping on you, my good friend. Angels and Mr. Fall. Mike Baraball, Viggy, doing her best. Cleaning, Cyber Jolie, there she is. Aaron and Terps and other things. Jesus Christ and Sammy P and Mike Baraball, Nurse, Angels. Jesus Christ, Mr. Phillips. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. Notorious Grows, Herbs, Wazzy the Wizzy Wazerton, Beer, Healing with Mama Love. I like that one. I like that one now. T Crew Gang, Gwenda, Oreo, Sammy P, Jesus Christ, Nippy, I love you. Tell Ava I love her. Mr. Marmars, Pops, Peace, Love, Practice. All of these things that we talked about today. Get out there and practice. Peace and love and kindness. Love you too, Jeroro. Have a great day, kids. Can't wait for tomorrow.